Good morning, boys and girls. I'm so happy to see you today. Today, the story that I'm going to read is Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. The author is Judith Viorst, and the illustrator is Ray Cruz. I think that a lot of my friends will really enjoy this book about this little boy right here whose name is Alexander. But first, everybody get your hands up because we will do open, shut them. Ready? Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Place them on your lap, lap, lap. Great job, everybody is ready. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. This is Alexander. I went to bed with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on my skateboard, and by mistake, I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running. And I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh no. Lots of things didn't go like Alexander planned for them to go this morning. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was cereal. Ooh, look at Alexander. I think he might have been feeling a little disappointed because his brothers both found a special prize in their cereal boxes. Did Alexander find something in his? Just cereal. He looks a little disappointed when I look at his face. I think I'm going to move to Australia. My goodness, that would be a far move. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too. I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. And I said, if I don't get the seat by the window, I am going to be car sick. That means he might throw up. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. Oh dear. It's singing time. She said I sang too loud. At counting time, she said that I left out number 16. Who needs 16? I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh. Alexander looks pretty upset. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. Ooh, how do you think that made him feel? Yeah, I would have felt sad too if someone told me that they were not my best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend and that Albert Moyo was his next best friend and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone and lands in Australia. Ooh. I think that his feelings were probably hurt. He was saying some pretty unkind things. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag, and Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, And Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had little coconut sprinkles on the top. Guess whose mother forgot dessert? Oh no. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh, look at how he's feeling. He looks a little disappointed. He didn't have dessert in his lunch that day. His mom might have forgot. Is it okay if someone makes a mistake? Yeah, it's okay to make a mistake. Sometimes that happens. That's what it was, because after school my mom took us to the dentist and Dr. Fields found a cavity in just me. Oh, come back next week and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to Australia. Oh no. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot. And while we were waiting for my mom to go get the car, Anthony made me fall where it was muddy. And then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. And, oh no. While I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back with the car and scolded me for being muddy and fighting. Oh. I am having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I told everybody. And no one even answered. He is having a little bit of a rough day. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. I chose blue ones with red stripes, but then the shoe man said, "We're all sold out." They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. Do you think Alexander was excited about his new shoes? Because he wanted the shoes that were blue and red stripes. But the shoe man, they didn't have them. So Alexander got plain white. Is that what he wanted? No. So he was feeling a little disappointed, a little upset. When we picked up my dad at his office, he said I couldn't play with his copying machine. But I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was as careful as could be, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with the phone. But I think I called Australia. My dad said, please don't pick him up anymore. It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. Oh no. Maybe it'll change at dinner time. I noticed that his family's all sitting down at the table. There were lima beans for dinner. Oh, I hate lima beans. There was kissing on TV. I hate kissing. Oh no. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes, my marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. Oh dear. When I went to bed, Nick took back the pillow he said I could keep. And then Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. So is Mickey Mouse nightlight right here? It burned out. That means the light bulb stopped working. So his little nightlight stopped working. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not me. It has been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. My mom says some days are like that. even in Australia. The end. I hope that you like the story today, boys and girls. Some days do seem terrible, horrible, no good, and very bad. That happens sometimes. And when that happens, sometimes we need to think about all the things that make us feel really happy. What are some things that make you guys feel really happy? I really love to sing. So sometimes if I'm having a really terrible, horrible, very bad day, I will go and turn on the radio and sing a song because that will sometimes make me feel better. It's okay to have a bad day. That happens sometimes. All right, boys and girls, it's time to say goodbye. So everybody show me your goodbye hand. And we'll sing, goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Bye, boys and girls. I'll see you soon.